Good morning and welcome to your Daily Spark, something to spark up your life. You know, we live in a world of fear. And I've got to tell you, psychologists are now telling us there is a fear for every part of life. They've named them and catalogued them. Have you ever noticed the things that people are afraid of? I mean, it's almost scary. Some people are afraid of snakes. Others are afraid of spiders. Some are afraid of rats. Some fear heights. Some fear flying. Some fear public speaking or getting germs. That's a big one at the moment. Some people fear being in a crowd, that they might catch COVID or something like that. You know, some people are just afraid of being afraid. And young Timothy, a young pastor whom Paul was ministering to, he was like that. He was afraid. He was feeling overwhelmed and he was getting sweaty palms with the church that he was leading. Overwhelmed by life, intimidated by ministry, afraid of failure perhaps, maybe. But no wonder Paul encouraged his protege with these words in 2 Timothy 1 verse 7, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of love, of power, and a sound mind. So being told that the fear factor doesn't have divine origin doesn't mean your anxiety just evaporates. Having a relationship with God doesn't vaccinate a person against fear. David was certainly in tune with God, but fear tracked him down. Sometimes he made some pretty poor decisions in his time, and it was mostly based on fear. David knew when he was in fear, though. He knew where to turn. When tempted to have a panic attack, he didn't turn his back and run. He dropped to his knees and he called out to God and he said, Lord, hear my prayers. Lord, provide for me. So what grips your heart or leaves you feeling faint or leaves you feeling fearful? Don't pretend you're unflappable. Admit that you're fearful. Admit that you have fear in your life. Admitting that is not an expression of doubt. It's an expression of trust in the Lord. If you say, Lord, I'm fearful, the man said, Lord, I do believe, help my unbelief. You can say that with fear. Lord, I'm fearful, but help me to be less fearful and to trust in you. Whatever you face today, do not fear, because God has not given us a spirit of fear, but love, power, and a sound mind. We'll see you tomorrow in Sparks.